Okay, I can't talk right now. Can you please call me later? I'm sorry, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay,
All
bye.
right. Yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. And also thank you to the chat managers for your help. I appreciate it. If you like the channel, please subscribe and also tap on the bell in order for you to be notified when I'm online or when I post a video. Hi, Sarah Glantz. Hi, Ron. Hi, Carrie. Cheryl, 522. Maxine. Okay, everyone. I am smiling, but it seems like, well, the two major events we've had in the news, one for the past 6 years, and the other one has been around but kept a low profile. But the past 2 or 3 months, he has been rearing his head. Mr. Putin and the former guy. I will take Putin first. Intuitively, I've been focusing off and on. It's better for me sometimes when I do that. If somebody comes to mind and I pick up what they are feeling and how they are feeling. The past couple of days, things have gotten more intense. I mean, it's self-inflicted, that is. I'm talking about Putin. His mood, he feels incompetent because he's looking at where he's gotten Russia today and where he peaked when he became president or whatever he is 20 something years ago. Except for the military, they have not made much headway. And now his popularity is not so good. He has realized he made a mistake. He overplayed his hand. And this guy has a Napoleon complex. I never realized that until last night. I was sitting here listening to the news, and they showed a picture of him and Napoleon. I tend to pronounce it in French. Sorry, well, or in Creole, French, whatever. So, this guy has some serious self-confidence issues, and right now, he's pissed off at the world because he feels like, in some ways, Biden have no respect for him. And he knows she is just patronizing him. He knows basically she's dealing with him because she wants to knock us off the world stage. So he's a proxy. He knows he's nothing more than that for she, and China will not fight a war for him. He knows that. So I am seeing him writing with papers, with papers in front of him, writing down or the different scenarios, how he's viewed, what he thinks about people, evaluating if they would come to his aid. The only person he has, well, I forget the name of the country, but it's still in its orbit. It's one of those countries next door to Russia. The president, I forget. Oh my God, I'm sorry, you guys. I just saw him on TV. I'm sorry, I didn't think that's where the reading was going to take me. He is one of the few country. This gentleman, the president, I want to remember his name, is from one of the countries next to Russia, and he is Russia's, Putin's lapdog. And this morning, Putin had him and Putin had a news conference in Russia. So it was on CNN or MSNBC as well. I just don't remember his name. And the only reason why this guy is going along with Putin is just like everyone else around Putin. They're just using one another. So, yes, Putin is using him as a prop, okay, to show to the world, well, I have one friend that's standing with me. He doesn't have many friends to come to, well, if she was really on his side, he feels, and to really want to focus on Putin, okay? I am channeling how Putin is thinking. He feels she would fly to Russia, be with him, and have a news conference. So he's gauging everybody, and he feels very alone. He doesn't feel like he has a true partner to face the rest of the world. So that's driving Putin mad. And also, the Ukrainian president has a very powerful friend. And Putin, because Putin feels like he's superior to the Ukrainian president, and he thinks that he was expecting that that young president to basically run away already. That hasn't happened. So Trump is very frustrated. I mean, not Trump. Well, trust me, Putin and Trump is the same thing. So if I change those, if I use those names interchangeably, it's because I consider them the same thing. They are the same. If Trump was president right now, believe me, he would have had a deal made with Putin already, and for Putin to just walk in and do whatever he wants. So that's why if I switch them, that's why. But Putin is very angry at the Ukrainian president. So this guy has a big ball of anger inside of him brewing, and people around him, okay, his military commanders, they think he's nuts what he's doing. They are following orders since they are in the military, but the oligarchs are very uncomfortable with where Putin wants to go. Like for the reasons that I've cited before, they just want to make money, enjoy. They don't want to die. They don't want to go where Putin wants to go, and I feel that's a danger to him. The military people don't believe in what he's doing. Yes, they're going to execute his command, okay, but they think he's nuts. They don't think he's very bright. And let me tell you, as I am saying this, I'm seeing the general that wrote that article, or a group of generals. Okay, these guys, they talk among themselves, and the troops are annoyed because they are in the field or from their family. They're not very happy, and Putin, through his own analysis, understands that. No, he knows no one is going to dare approach him about any of that stuff unless things were to get really, really, really bad. So I feel like saying Putin is in a pickle. He's raging just like Trump is raging right now because he's mad because the world is not listening to him. He thought he was going to be able to bully the world because that was his intent when he tested the hypersonic weapon. He thought we were going to run away because this morning he mentioned technical nuclear weapons. And I feel like saying, go ahead, make my day. And I'm sure that's what Biden is saying. Because, the reason why I gave you guys an intuitive impression of how I feel Putin is feeling is because he's going to try to go to the brink, okay, for one reason. He's trying to see what he can do to, and you know what, to scare people. But let me tell you something. Remember, guys, I said something yesterday about the troops, they may turn on him? Because radiation, there is no boundary, there is no protecting yourself. And the way I'm seeing Putin, if he were to fire a nuclear weapon, from what I understand he has as commander-in-chief, he can do anything he wants with nuclear weapons over there, even using tactical nuclear weapon to scare. In fact, somebody just said that on CNN, to scare his adversary. I'm putting misspelling and saying it, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. Adversaries, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if he tries that. That's how desperate Putin is, and he's going to pull every rabbit out of his every trick he can to scare the Ukrainian president. And this morning he came out with a clear demand this time, asking, it's because he wants to de-escalate, by the way, and to believe that's what I feel, okay? He said he's not going to remove his troops until the Ukrainian president starts to negotiate with the semi-autonomous or whatever, however the Donbass people, or that area. And from what I understand, that's a no-go for, it's not a good deal for the Ukrainians. So now he's giving people, telling people things that, he's making less demand as opposed to before. He wanted NATO to do this. He was giving commands and orders. I am so glad we have Biden at the wheel. If we give him an inch, we are in trouble, because he's going to continue doing the same thing every other year, or every year. He decides, okay, I want this, I want that, and he's going to threaten with nuclear weapons. So, intuitively, I feel like saying Biden is doing the right thing. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Things are a little worse than we think behind the scenes, okay? But don't panic. I'm glad some people mentioned on my comments and on the chat yesterday that Linda G saw the same thing that I saw yesterday, I believe. When I said I saw Putin running away. I feel like saying something is going to happen that's going to trigger a major fear on this guy and Putin. That's why I saw him running away. And it feels like to me, there's one thing I forgot to mention as I was trying to give you guys an idea of how he's thinking. The pandemic is not helping the situation with him as well. If we heard how he interacts with people, you have to go in quarantine for 2 weeks and all those kind of stuff before he sees you. That's how he's controlling his environment. And I understand, I agree with him, but I feel it's because he's terrified. He has, it feels like to me, a group of people around him that he trusts. And the way I'm getting this, these people they have places to stay with their families and stuff like that. He interacts with those people, okay, bodyguards and stuff like that, his staff, however you want to put it. I don't know how many, but it's quite a few, okay? So intuitively, I feel like saying, and these people, they're not people, advisors or anything like that. It's people who watch over him and cook for him and those type of things. His advisors, there are other ways it feels like to me he communicates with them. So that makes him even more isolated, more detached, and more paranoid. That's what I feel when I focus on him. But I feel he's going to reach a point where he's going to back down, and to believe that's what I feel like saying. That's my prediction. Because, and also a lot of the people around him, not only his immediate circle, but his advisors and the oligarchs and all these people as well. Let me put it to you guys this way. Putin think he's going to work, he can inflict damages on the world, but I feel he may suffer a fatal something before that happens. And to believe that's what I feel. Because I feel like saying the people around him think he's unhinged, and they feel like he's crazy. So let's see what happens. I don't see how Putin is going to get out of this. Like he used to go back to the way he was before living large. Okay? So let's see what happens. But don't worry. Just like his buddy Trump over here, okay, he's raging, he's throwing things around, he feels cornered, him and his family. They're going on Twitter, they're raging on Twitter. Oh, God. There is no way out, I feel. And the more he talks, obviously, this is not this is no prediction, the deeper the hole is going to get. And the notion that yesterday he's threatening, well, that's his way of threatening people, that the people will not allow this witch hunt, meaning the way Letitia James is going after him, to happen. It's a threat. It's him talking to his base, thinking somebody's going to, do something, or there are going to be marches. I don't think so. I think Trump is in for a major disappointment. Everything he expects, or hoping, inciting people, bully people, trying all those things. One person may decide to do something dumb and fail anyway, because I don't see much of anything getting Trump out of where he is. And as we go forward, like I've been saying since last year, I thought where we are today would have happened, come to think of it, over a year ago, August of 20, where we are today with the Trump situation. Those of you who have been following me for a while may remember I said Trump was going to have many issues. And that was August before the election. Was it 21? Yeah. Where we are today, all those things that are going on, I expected everything that's going on today, all those informations, all those investigations to be happening about over a year ago. Because if some of you remember, I made a prediction that it was summer of 21 or 20 that Trump was going to get, 20, summer of 20. Trump was going to be in really hot water, but it's unfolding today. And it feels like to me he can try to appeal anything and everything he can. It's not going to help him. All he can do right now is raging. Even Republican, I was reading an article before I came, and I believe I've told you that, guys. he, I'm sorry, I'm seeing a picture of him. Uh, somebody has, somebody's having a mental breakdown in that family. I don't think it's Trump, but I wouldn't be surprised. There's something about a mental breakdown, guys. Just remember I told you, okay? But I feel like saying right now where he's at, and that's why a lot of people in his family, they are freaking out. And you know something? I wouldn't be, it's either Eric or Trump. One of those two may suffer a mental breakdown. Let's see what happens. Okay? But I don't feel his appeals and everything or any of those things are going to work. Zero. And they are freaking out. Yes. Sandra, and right now they are trying to bring Hillary Clinton, and I'm reading Sandra Peterson's posting on the chat. She says, did you know that Hillary Clinton may sue Fox News for defamation? I'm hoping she does. The thought occurred to me yesterday afternoon when well, not yesterday, after I was reading everything they were saying about her. I hope she does. Okay? Because remember, guys, I've been predicting that, well, I don't, sometimes I speak, and that's why my ex-girlfriends, people I dated, and I never told them I was psychic until they find out later. I will say things if I don't say intuitively or that's my prediction. People may misunderstand what I say or not take it seriously, but I believe I said Fox News, besides the FCC, going after them, somebody told me it's the FCC. They were going to, and also those voting machine companies, they were going to have other issues. I wouldn't be surprised. I hope Hillary goes after them. Yes, I heard the speech that she gave this morning, a clip of it. It wasn't televised, unfortunately. I would have watched it. But yeah, she took on Fox News, Trump, and and most whoever on the right, she had a chance to. She took a swipe at all of them. So I'm hoping that she does. Let me take a look at one thing. Yes. I wasn't showing a picture of this, but I feel Kamala, this morning, they showed a clip on CNN, Kamala meeting with our European counterparts. I feel she's doing a great job, and I feel she's ready to read Putin the riot act. And Putin is not going to be happy about that, that's for sure. Can you imagine? Putin is a bit chauvinistic as well. To have Kamala Harris read him the riot act is not making him feel very good. And this morning I feel she did a fantastic job in Europe representing us. That's intuitive, that's what I feel. And you guys let me know what you think. Michelle Hatt says, Linda G said Don Jr. was going to be taken to the hospital. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Like I've told everybody, I can confuse people within families. Somebody's going to have a breakdown. I simply don't know. I'm not sure which one. It feels like to me, or you know what? They may have had a mental breakdown already, because if you look at those guys going on Twitter, the way they are ranting, it's unbelievable. And instead of shut up, go talk to your lawyer, you have enough money, you go get some counseling, prepare yourself to what's coming, because you made your bed, you got to sleep on it. So, yeah, some things are going to go really wrong for them. That's my prediction. Dusty Rose is asking me, Lou, aside from being disbarred, will DOJ charge the fake electors for voter fraud? Thanks for all your insight. Yes, I feel, remember guys, I did not know. I don't think I knew about those fraud electors. But I said maybe some months ago, I said Trump is going to drag even people at the state level. You know, we know he was in Washington and the people around him, those people. But I remember I said once, it's not only going to be people in Washington, D.C., it's going to be people, you know, in the red state as well. But at the time, I did not know why. I just knew they were getting themselves in trouble. Yes, there is a very good chance of that. And also, that's what I said. That's why I said it's going to take a very long time to prosecute all these people and charge them. So, yeah, DOJ has its hands full. And like I've said before, anyone and everyone who had anything to do with this, yeah, their lives will change. Okay, let's see. Okay. Irina Dimitri says Putin. Oh, really? Putin won't like being told off by a black woman. Well, you know, Irina, I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, when I saw Kamala there this morning, the way she was sitting down, and I mean, I don't know. You guys let me know. I thought she was amazing. And okay, I feel she projected power. I feel the people around. You know, it's not Ivanka, not even close. I'm just saying this to be facetious, but there is no comparison between, you know, there is not even mentioning Ivanka and Kamala in the same sentence. But I thought, because the picture I got was when Ivanka was trying to get into a conversation with those women in Europe, and the president of the World Bank was there. I forget her name right now. That's why I said that. But I could tell the people in the room respected her. This woman presented herself amazingly well over there. So she's representing us and the Biden administration the way Biden used to work with Obama. And intuitively, I feel like saying, if they did not know she could do the job and they did not get amazing feedback from every time she traveled to Europe or wherever she goes, they would not engage her the way they are putting her out there. But this morning, I could, the minute I saw the video, I'm like, oh my God. You can feel the power in the room, like the power of the country, because, you know, she's been in the position now for over a year. It feels like she has gotten her footing, and you know, she's a very bright woman, obviously. Yeah. And the people in the room, they have respect. So yeah, that will make Putin really very unhappy. Oh my God, I could tell. Okay. All right, let me. Tax Kazem says Trump is going to burn the whole GOP and they deserve it. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, I just read a little while ago that right before I came on, McConnell is transmitting to his people that he doesn't want any crazy candidates to join him in the Senate because he doesn't want, well, I'm adding this because that's what when I focused on him, that's what I got. He doesn't want the crazies that they have in the House and the Senate. So, and I feel this guy, he's going to do everything and anything that he can to take Trump and his, well, he knows already Trump is not going to make it. So, but he's going to do everything in his power to dismantle Trump. Okay, M. Steve 000 is saying, speaking of Fox, they are determined to demonize Hillary. They cannot demonize Hillary the way they already have. So they are beating on a dead horse. Will they stick with that no matter what? Yeah, that's what they do. And you know what? I've said this a long time ago. And as I'm saying this, I'm being shown that again. The base will wake up. Exactly, I'm not sure when. But they've been lying to the base for a very long time. Hillary was supposed to go to jail when Trump was president. And a whole bunch of other things that they've been saying, no one has been able to prove, except for the lunatic Q followers, okay, who will not change their mind because they're a little, but the majority of the base at some point will wake up and they're going to turn on those people. That's what I'm waiting for. Yes, they're going to keep, at this point they are so desperate. If you look at Twitter, every day they have a whole bunch of stupid things they are putting out there. It's really amazing. But you know what I feel intuitively? It's just like, it's a waste of time. That's what I feel. So yes, they're going to continue to beat Hillary, and she's going to go out, give speeches, and laugh at them because she was laughing at them. Yes, it's serious. She can sue them. I believe somebody suggested it. I don't know if she has made the decision yet, but I would not be surprised. Okay, friends, unfortunately, I am going to have to go. I have to, they're going to do some stuff here, so I have to leave on time. Okay. Yes. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilu.com, or you can email me at psychicmilu@aol.com, or you can call my YouTube number. We can find a time that good for both of us to talk. If you like the channel, please subscribe and also tap on the bell in order for you to be notified when I'm online or when I post a video. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Ron, I didn't forget. I have to go to UPS. And please please hit the thumbs up button. That would help me a lot. Again, friends, thank you very much for your support and for spending time with me. I will see you tomorrow, same time. Till then, bye.